We once featured a dude called Javier who had a good friend, a friend who was so good I got jealous. Wait, before you keep on going with your nonsense and break down emotionally, you said we had featured a dude. What do you mean by we? You and what army? Well, I can't tell you all my secrets. Now let's go back to Javier. What's the story of him and his bestie? According to him, Antonio, a friend of his, has taken his own life inside his apartment at the age of just 22 years old. Previously, we saw some clips of Javier entering the house of Antonio for the first time after the incident, and we proceeded to see what could have occurred. Today, we continue the saga. What arc are we currently at right now? The arc is where you sip it and let me continue with my narration. As Javier returns to the apartment, he opens the back door, takes a look around the backyard first, and then goes inside, where the creepy paranormal stuff begins to occur. Now we are talking. Really? Then what was that we were doing? Was I just blowing air into an empty well? Regardless, as he began the real investigation inside, the door started knocking. What a crazy night. Stop overreacting. We haven't even reached the heavy section yet, so don't be foolish. Anyways, as I was saying, and you should quote to me, these doors were knocking like crazy, but at the beginning. While Javier was in the bedroom, and while he was busy making these swipes with his camera, a shadow figure was caught passing by the camera. How didn't he notice it? Well, I didn't either when I watched the video the first time, so we can't blame him. A screwdriver was driven on the floor. It literally came out of nowhere. How weird. Every time Javier tries to take a rest, they keep knocking on these dang doors until he got tired of it. Don't tell me he took off all the doors and threw them out. He was not that ambitious. He decided to sleep the night there. While he was asleep, orbs, shadow figures, and such were captured until Javier was awakened by the entrance door aggressive knockings. His last night was the most dramatic. Not only did he see the figure walking in front of him, but he broke down so badly that he was either cornered by that figure or it just felt for him and tried to calm him down.
Vale. Antonio era un pibe, Antonio tenía 22 años. Deja la puerta abierta. La concha de la lora. Tiene una... Concha de tu madre. ¿Quién anda ahí, loco? ¿Quién anda ahí? ¿Qué onda, boludo? ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? Tamán. ¿Quién anda ahí? ¡Ey! Tranquilo. Antonio, ¿sos?
In my opinion, if he kept that figure more out of range and made fewer shots where it appeared, it would have been more convenient. Wait, are you accusing him of staging the videos? No, absolutely not. Cars, and who doesn't like cars? Except for cats and that one friend of mine, I guess most people are in good relationships with cars. They might also add these kinds of relationships to the catalog of love. Who are you referring to? You know, society. Anyway, why are you bothering to talk about cars? Are you about to purchase another one for yourself? First of all, no, I'm not willing to buy a car. Second of all, who told you I had one to buy another? How terrifyingly broke. Not that long ago, or maybe it has been quite a long time, I showed you a guy who works at a car scrapyard, and not for the purpose of encouraging you to go and work in that industry. It wasn't for advertisement, but rather because of the starvation and spooky phenomena he is dealing with. Is he incapable of crushing these scraps? Nope. Is he not able to enjoy his job as much as he used to, back in the good old days? Good old days, you say? You are talking as if you know him on a personal level. No, that has nothing to do with it. It all comes down to that one Audi car that somehow comes to life. How unpleasantly terrifying. Yes, folks, and today, here he is again. As he was fixing the front light of that very same car, the door slammed by itself. But the scarier encounter was, wait just there. What? You said he was a car scrapper. Why was he fixing the front light of that car? Maybe he wasn't, but he was messing with it. Regardless, in the other clip, while he was trying to move the car with his tractor, the car went on driving on its own.
feliz sábado. Miren, ya compré la luz izquierda del Audi LD. El día está medio feo hoy. Hoy sábado amaneció medio mal. Vamos a poner la lucecita aquí.
Well, when it comes to the part where the door shuts on its own, you can say it was the wind and call it a day, especially since it seems to have been windy on the day of recording. But from the way it looks, I don't think the way it moved was caused by any air force. I'm a person who believes in the power of friendship. How disgusting. But okay, go on. What other cringe lines do you have in there that you want to pull out of your pocket? As you wish. When it comes to friends, it's always important to stay aware that no matter what or how close they are to you, there could come a moment in your life where you realize that it's not all butterflies and such, and one could snap at the other, and then it all collapses. So all I hear is heartbreaking so far, but where is it going? And what in the world does that have to do with a video that talks about scary encounters? Isn't it scary enough for you to know that your best buddies could someday vanish under bad circumstances? And that's exactly what happened with our buddy in the next video, John. Oh, please don't tell us, as he was in the middle of construction on the renovation of his house when all of a sudden some paranormal phenomena took place where his friends were trapped inside a portal a ghost opened out of thin air, causing John to panic, which built up for future encounters, such as whispers and sounds of children, objects knocked off their places mysteriously, and strange figures caught by the security cameras. Well, you said it yourself, but obviously I have to correct you right there at the beginning. Of course, no ghost created a portal and swallowed John's friends. They just vanished after hearing creepy childish voices and whispers in the house. They were helping him with the remodeling of his property, but they left him for that one reason. How pathetic.
I'm here doing construction work in my house by myself, and my phone starts going off. I start getting these notifications that a person's been detected in my house. 6 minutes ago, it says someone was here. There's nobody here. There's no one here. I noticed yesterday there were people detected too. And so I checked the cameras on yesterday's video. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alright. Here, check this out. Look, no one. Let's watch. Watch. What's this? And then it just disappears. And then I check the second camera in the room. And check this out. Look. The shadow right there. There's no person.
That's what happens, John, when you rely too much on your friends. They leave you in the middle of an important task just because they are freaked out. I once heard someone knocking at my house's door, so I went to check who it was. Who could possibly knock at my door this time at night? Like, this is really rude. So as I was about to open the door, I took a step back, and I was a little frustrated and unsure if I should open the door or if I should. If you should have what? If I should first go pee, it's not appropriate to be standing in there in front of whomever, dancing and holding on to my life as I want to use the toilet. So what did you do then? I opened the door, but there was no one, so I did it on my pants immediately. I was terrified. I took a shower, changed, and then went back to use the computer until I realized I had the knocking door sound on as I was editing. So you're saying you hoaxed yourself? Exactly, and I should have known. There are many plot holes in your story, but since we don't have enough time here, the only question we want an answer to is, who is dealing with door knocking in the next video? It's Aguero, the dude who can't sleep tight as he keeps waking up to his front door being knocked on by no one. How is no one knocking when you clearly said there was someone? Well, have you ever heard of a person with no manners, no dignity, no personality, and no hope to live for? Are you referring to yourself? Not 100%, but they call these type of people a nobody. Anyhow, as he checks the peephole, he either finds nothing or he finds what appears to be a hand tapping at the lens of that peephole. No one should forget about the different sounds he hears inside the house, as if some entity is punching the walls. But what makes me feel smarter than an average person is that this dude still didn't call the police.
Alguien toca la puerta. Creo que son las 2 de la mañana. Alguien intenta abrir la puerta. Tenía días que esto no pasaba. Pero está volviendo a suceder de nuevo. Amigos, son las 5 de la mañana. Toda la noche se han escuchado ruidos, lamentos y la verdad no sabemos No manches, ¿qué fue eso? Ok, vamos. Realmente, amigos, no sabemos. Escuchen. No manches, nuevamente, ¿qué es eso? No puede ser. Es increíble. Escuchen, realmente no entiendo lo que quiere decir. Creo que se ha ido, creo que se ha ido.
Like, if there is actually someone stalking you, then you should call the police, and if you call these real door-knocking sounds, then I have to look in the mirror again to make sure I exist. I always tend to believe that whenever I'm gathered around with a bunch of my friends, I feel stronger, but I also like the role of a lone wolf, which I prefer more. Don't you mean the gay wolf? No, why would I prefer to be that? So next, without further ado, let's see what this group of young and hungry men is like. I mean, young and hungry men were up to. Were they actually hungry? They were starving. In fact, I could see that one of them was almost on the verge of passing out if they didn't find what they encountered at the end. Please tell us what they went through first. Sometimes I feel more stupid than I already am when I make up these self-conversations, imagining a viewer asking me questions. So, the team of... Let me see what they call themselves. The team of E.T. These guys were up to explore the abandoned building they came across, and to my surprise, they provided us with a brief description of this place, saying this abandoned house already opened at the time of the Tsar. This building was a sauna. It was used as a sauna for about 80 years. In 1995, the sauna was decommissioned and has been abandoned since. Now, if that makes you feel worried and scared for some reason, then wait for what to come, because you will be quivering in fear. How scarily cringe. As they were going from one room to another, finding areas more rusty and abandoned than other areas, they came across many leftovers that seemed to have been there just recently, hinting at the possible presence of a homeless dude. Possible. It's 100% approved, and they should have known that. Yeah, but how could you be so sure? Because of what they encountered at the end. But we haven't reached that point in the story yet. But it's true that they finally found a room where they suspected a homeless dude could be sleeping, and he roared at them, almost jumping like a furious tiger and attacking them mercilessly. I don't know why you described the poor dude so harshly, but yeah, they were sent running.
Entonces valgust teha.
mis vastused ei ole. ta on lahti. Mis on lahti? Ta on lahti, kõige kaugel.
seal ruumis on kirjas. see on nii kinni.
Embark. Lihtsalt alt on kinni.
jah, vereks ei ole kedagi. mis nii kinni saab olla?
Kedagi on kinni. Väga hea.
no.
Laat oli ees.
Seespool või?
Ettevaatus, abinõu. Persse mul kaamera kõik siin vahel. Siukse juurde käis kohe. Siukse kohtuks leida. Aga mis mõtled farmid siin jäänud? Mida? Mis mõtled farmid siin jäänud? Siin oli sauna olnud.
Issand, allkorrusel.
Siukse oli asja lõppu mõtled.
jõudsid?
Seal käisime juba.
seal käinud.
Käisime küll ju, seal ei käinud või?
käi. Läbi selle lina või jälle.
No kurat, siin on divan ja see on nii kahtlane. Küsi kas. Küsi kas. Küsi kas. Küsi kas.
Look, I understand they were in a situation where they could be in danger, but these are 4 young fit men. If I'm not mistaken, they could take on that dude if he tries to attack them. Then they could counter that attack. Do an up, left, right, left, up, and then circle, and he would be comboed for his life. It is not a game, you know that. Yes, I do, but what I also know is that you should have subscribed and watched the next video on screen.